They will nibble away at it all day long. Oh my God, Nostradamus, Socrates, they're wearing more of their food on their face, but they seem extremely happy. Oh my gosh, what an amazing morning so far. Hi everybody, check out who's hanging out with us. It's Mark. What's up, man? We just had about an hour and a half adventure doing a little detective work. You guys are gonna love this. It's kind of fun. I noticed when we were on my Kubota cart, something odd. There was some trails and I got nervous and I thought the gator snapper got out. I thought one of the gator snappers got out, but then I walked over here and there they are. They're both just chilling out right in the water. What is this trail? And I gotta give Mark credit. This dude, you're like, you must have some Native American tracking skills in there. He's very good. All right, check this trail out. Can you guys see this? So it's a double trail. We literally just were all over my yard. And not only that, we went out and followed the trail out in a vacant lot. But watch, what do you guys think this is?
You can see the scales right here and the toe prints.
Toe prints, scales.
There's more and more details.
And a tail drag.
Yeah. Heel.
Look at this, there's another heel right there. Can you guys make that out?
There's a footprint.
There's a nice footprint. This is awesome, guys. It is super dry, which means gators are on the move. So yeah, I'm watching where I step. There's another one. This is so crazy. So look at this. I think what we figured out is a gator came in and out through here. We have a broken piece on the inside, Mark. Okay.
Scratches.
There's some scratches here. And then we have a broken piece that breaks outwards. So I think about a 4 or 5 foot gator made it in. Look at this. You guys are gonna love this. I should have been recording the whole thing, but it was just really cool. So we've got a trail going out, and this is the trail going in. The trail going in is pretty cool.
There's some good ones right around here somewhere.
There were, I think there's some better ones up.
I think we walked on them all.
Yeah, I was freaking because at first I thought it was my snapping turtle until we saw the prints. But look at this. I checked all my cameras and this animal was low enough and the trails are...
Here's a good size one.
What do you see?
There's a good size one right here.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
There's a big heel.
An outline. Heel.
So it's almost the size of my hand. There's one over there was the size of my hand. You put right on there, you can see it.
That's a good sized gator that was wandering around the property sometime last night. Unbelievable.
So after following all the trails all over the place, and then when we see the tail drag cross another tail drag, we knew that was the last spot he went.
Exactly.
Following footprints and find out the directions of the footprints.
Look at this, guys. That's what Mark was good at. He was finding the footprints. Here's scale. That scale pattern right there.
Looks like a Nike. No, look at this.
No, that's an Adidas.
It's got the toes right
there's the toes going out. So this trail was going out. But here's what's crazy.
Thank you to all our loyal Patreon members out there who have helped to create an amazing reptile community online with us. This week's shout out goes to Justin Carlton.
This trail.
A lot of tire tracks.
A lot of tire tracks because I was driving around. But look, here's another one. This animal actually, I'm not walking on it. He yells at me for walking on it. Look, it actually went over there. And it was up by the rec pond, but decided not to go in the recreation pond. But what it did do, this is crazy. Here, look, more trails. Look at how far this thing was all over my property. Look at this. It was cruising, and I'm so, there, look.
That's the big one.
That's the big one. It's going that way. Okay, look at that. Do you guys see that? It's going that way. It came back this way. It went under the tractor, turned around and came over here. This thing, look at the scrapes. Okay, you see those scrape marks? This was a good time this gator was having. I'm a little offended that it didn't stick around, that it didn't like any of the water we have here.
Here's another print.
Yeah, look at this. There's the prints. This thing.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was the coolest bit of detective work. Look at all these crosses. Look at this guy was hanging out for a while. Look, he went that way, walked the fence line there, came back. I mean, he was trying to get in with the Cayman. He was trying to visit with Slinky. He went over this way. Okay, we have more. There's a trail. There's a nice big print.
And check out what we did back there.
Oh yeah. Look at how Mark's insane, dude.
I love it.
He was having so much fun. Look at what he did. He actually recorded with these. Look at. This is showing you the direction the gator was headed. Look, there's his footprint.
So he went this way.
He's a natural tracker. He went that way, turned around.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah, you didn't realize it?
Come all the way up. He's come back.
He went over
and then
here.
you can see footprints.
He went back and forth this way a couple times, it looks like.
Well, yeah, it looks like
he went back and forth a couple times.
He went up, came back up here again, investigating. The last footprints I seen were going this way.
Yep.
So actually there's one going this way right here.
Yeah, so he must have paced back and forth because there's a pond right there.
But the one on top is the one we're going to pay attention to. Here's another footprint.
Yep.
And that's the big tail drag. And when it crosses another one, you'll see that.
Well, you see we got one here as well.
That's going that way. See the footprint?
Yep. Look at that footprint.
Oh, I'm in the sun.
You're in the sun. Look at that footprint. See, it's going the other direction.
So here's it east. It's going all the way down. Let's just see how far it goes.
Let's go.
He went out over here.
There's his footprints.
Then he got lost in here for a while. There's this big footprint right there. Look at that one.
Yeah, look at that. Holy smokes. All while I was sleeping. Can you believe it? I don't want to sleep, dude. So he walked the fence line, okay?
Here. We don't see any trails in here, so...
No, but this trail's going back that direction.
Came back on right here.
Okay. This is
his heel, facing this way.
Okay.
And that looks like his front leg there.
Yep, I'm doing tons of work, as you can tell. There it is.
Yeah, we're getting a lot done today.
Yeah, we're getting a lot done. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're donating your time. You're the best.
Thanks. This is more fun than work.
This is more fun, actually.
I like this.
So check it out, guys. He went all the way down, and here's the thing. He could have, why didn't he squeeze under?
Here's where it crosses.
Yep.
See, here's the trail that goes underneath the
original. And then there's a footprint going that way.
So this one crossed over it. You can see how it erased this one a little bit by him crossing.
Yeah, but this is the one we're on.
Last trail.
Right, so he comes here. Look at this, guys.
He crossed here.
Yeah, he's crisscrossing all over. But this one goes here. Stay on the trail. Look, see it? If he walked that much further, he could have dug under there and gone into the pond.
Show him the big pond they could have had.
Yeah, he could be in there. Well, that would have been fun, but he turned.
So he turns here.
He turns here because what do we got over here? Well, we got Dale. Look, he went through this. He went through this. He went around. Look, here's some knockdown plants. Knockdown plants. He went around here and there's a tree frog in there. Anyway, he tried to get in with Dale, if it was in fact a he, because yesterday I did hear Snaggletooth bellowing, man. So look at this. There she is. All right, so she was hanging out.
You can see the size of her back paw and the front paw.
Right, she's massive.
Are they paws? Are they called paws?
Yeah, claws, paws. I don't mind. You're not going to get, the comments are going to. We have nice viewers.
And
hoof. What do you call it? The hoof. That's from Goodfellas. I need this knife. Okay, it's a sin. I can't leave it in the grill. What do they call it? A paw? A paw? Hoof. A hoof. That was funny. Anyway, there you go. It's a claw. All right, gator claw. Oh, yeah. What do you want? Hey, what do you want?
I got a leg. I got an arm. Hey, I got a wing. You want a leg or a wing?
You want a leg or a wing? Yeah. What do you think? I'm funny? What, a comedian? All right, anyway. So now that you know what movies we love, we'll pick up the trail. It crosses back over. It went over here. I mean, this guy was motoring around last night. And then we do a swoop. Yeah, we do a swooper. But look at this. This animal really wanted in.
This is back front.
Yep.
He's coming up.
Oh my gosh.
He goes up a ball.
Look, right here.
But there's other trails where he was hanging out too that
right.
Showing.
Right, he was just... This animal spent a ton of time, yeah.
He comes right over here.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time trying to get into the gator enclosure.
Then
see?
There's a trail that way, and
then
comes
back this way, and then turns here.
We haven't figured that all out.
I know.
That's the trail we stayed on.
Yeah.
Right here.
This is nuts,
Here's
dude.
where his tail slid on the banking right here.
Yep, sliding.
Went back up over there. You can see the trail pick up back in there.
Yeah. There's actually a big paw print here.
That's the
claw print. This is the big one.
Where is
right here. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I'm gonna make a Bigfoot cast of that. Look at that thing. Holy smokes.
It's deep too.
It's pretty deep. That animal's got to be about.
Let's see if I
100
over here in the mud. And
100 pounds.
I'm like 150 pounds plus 100. But here we go.
Oh my God.
So
it was a monster gator.
Monster gator.
Yeah, he's a monster. Anyway, this is so cool. It went over this way. But the freakish thing is, friends, you can never be too careful in Florida. I got all these alligators and caiman in my backyard. Imagine I went out for an early morning swim in the rec pond and there's a big gator in it. I'd be stoked. Kate would flip out. I was texting her while we're doing this. She's at school teaching, and she's like, did it leave? I go, best we can tell, it's gone. But man, this thing, look at this, guys.
Hey, I've seen him swim in the pond with his shoes at night with a flashlight trying to get a gator out of a pond at one of my jobs.
Years ago. Yeah. Look at this.
He's not scared of the gator.
Oh my God, it went that way through.
He's cautious though.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm not trying to get eaten. Look at this. It banked around.
Came around.
It banked around.
Here's his tail drag right down in here.
Yeah, look at
You can see
and he
his
went
tail
up
drag.
and over here.
So here we go, crawl through.
Right through here. And then we picked up the trail again. Oh my gosh, what fun, dude. Mark, man, I love when you go. This is fun. And we're still gonna do some work, right?
I don't know about that.
Ah, come on.
Let's find another gator trail.
Yeah. We'll show you. We'll show you what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna do some cool stuff to the seawall. The seawall that I've been building, I stole from his pond. He's got a really cool pond. The gator went out that way.
He went all the way down there,
turned around, came back, and left the same way he went out.
And that's where those scratches were originally, where he was pushing himself through that narrow area.
Yeah.
I don't know how he fit through that.
I don't know either.
It's sort of flexible, one of the
It's flexible. There you go. Do you guys want to see what we're going to do today? This is fun. Let's go show them what we're going to do real quick.
This
I know, but you're going to be on the machine. I'll be lugging around. But you can see this is the gator drag. We're going to walk over to the pond. So Mark was in our very first Kamp Kenan video. He actually built that structure over there. And so he also built the wall, which I think people, whenever they see this in video or in print or photos, they know immediately whose house it is. You know what I mean? And I love it so much. So as you guys have been following, we've been redoing the big pond over here. We'll walk over this way, Mark. We've been redoing the big pond. I've been doing this seawall. Mark's gonna help me do a little bit more to the wall, the retaining wall today. But all this material was originally from when we put in.
Really?
That's all still there. Yeah, I buried it.
You owe me a lot of money.
I do. I owe you a lot of money for crappy concrete. Most people throw this concrete away, but not us. We reuse it, okay?
Can I run through the list of what we do with that stuff now?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you do with it?
Make benches with it, stepping stones, patios, retaining walls, stand-up retaining walls, laid down like the old-fashioned stonework.
Yeah.
So there's many things we do it. We also do it a viewcrete system where you take the cracks in your concrete and leave it there, making separated stones. So lots of recycling, lots of usage of broken concrete.
Yeah.
And there's more than that too.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I love Mark. So Mark, what are our plans for today? We're gonna work a little while. We're gonna clean this up a bit. I'll probably get the pump. I'll throw the pump in the water and spray some of this off. But what do you want to accomplish today?
Well, it's up to you, but I think the grade should come up a little bit. Maybe put some big cap rocks on it, make us secure it.
Okay.
Now, you looking for more height?
A little bit more height, I think, would be good. Some of these big stone that I want.
Tuck these in when it come down with a backhoe. Pull a couple in, tighten it up so it doesn't fall over.
All right.
Maybe make a little bit of stairway. I like these cantilevered out that you can sort of step on here when the pond, because the water is going to start out at different grades. It's really low now. It'll build up to here. It'll be here for another couple weeks to a month. And then at some point when the rainy season, they'll probably come up to the top of this, is what Kenan's telling me. It'll be buried totally, and as it goes down, you see these textures start coming out. So
and something cool you mentioned is we're going to see turtles basking on some of these as well, which I think would be awesome. You figured that out, so we can make basking platforms for the turtles at different heights when the water level is high enough. Now, some of these big pieces I want to save because I want to use them as vertical wall, because I'm going to do a wall closer to the pond to secure these turtles a bit more. So
instead of just the fence is what we're thinking?
Instead of just this wall, I want to make a vertical wall like we have out front. Do you understand?
Okay, yes.
Along the inside perimeter of the pond.
Okay, trying to get a visual of it.
Yeah.
So,
and then I'll have
having a fence there for your.
Well, no, I have the old fence, but a lot of it I have to redo because I hit it with the concrete. I'm bad.
So we can put a couple pieces up where it needs to be.
Yeah, and then use the rest.
Because this needs to be open.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, brother, but I'm really...
Nice tree in here, a couple of trees.
I'm going to get trees in here, but I also want to keep...
coconuts for you.
So the goal is to keep the turtles closer to the pond so it's easier for me to find all their eggs. Because when they have all that area, it's hard to find the eggs.
The truth comes out.
And I don't want the babies getting loose. I want to secure it. I want the babies close. We're going to really dress this pond up to where there's...
concrete.
I need more concrete.
I have some at the house. I just got a load.
Oh, perfect.
Nice big pieces.
What a guy.
You can have it.
That's my buddy Mark. giving me all this concrete. Awesome, brother. All right, we're gonna get to work, guys. We're gonna throw on a time lapse. We'll show you what we come up with. See you in a minute. All right, we're gonna break for lunch, people. But look at that big load. We've been tag teaming this and it's going fast, man. We're gonna have
Kubota can do.
That's what a Kubota can do, no doubt. So yeah, I gotta secure that fence. We just did a temporary patch. But let me show you what Mark did real quick. A couple things. He's gonna build up this wall, so he laid a nice foundation. He made a bit of a road and smoothed all that out. And we're actually gonna start making a wall over there to secure what's going to become a dock and keep that from eroding, so it's going to look really cool. He just moves a hell of a lot faster than I do, and being that we're two men now, I could be ferrying things with the SCL 1000 while he's on the L47, but this is going to look amazing, and he's got great ideas, and I'm just going to let him go nuts, because Mark, in case you didn't know, that Mark is all about being artistic with his endeavors. So I'm excited. It's time to eat, but he's still playing. He won't stop. Once you get him on a machine, he just does not stop. So I'm stoked. But yeah, this is gonna look just amazing when we're done. So stay tuned. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, day two with Mark, and we're having fun, man. He's just getting to work, and look what he's doing. He's building an addition onto the wall. We got some cantilever stuff out there. He's on the phone, but yeah, this is looking good. I'm a dumbass. I just drove through this nice graded soil, but yeah, check it out. We're stacking the rock over here. We're building up the wall. We are just really cruising along, and we're also putting some really we're going to make a retaining wall over on this section as well. We're going to remove that bamboo, so there's a lot going on here, but luckily for me, he's here doing this. I was able to get things going. Let's go see how some of the animals are doing, because remember, I still have a whole zoo that I've got to take care of, and it's a challenge when I'm all alone, because I've of course got to wake up and do the animals, but since I'm actually here with Mark, or he's here with me, I'm able to just kind of feed all the animals, which is what I did, and finish this video up. Of course, the redfoots are waking up. They're having some fun out here. Look at this. So cool to see redfoots everywhere on my property in the back. It's so awesome. It's just changed the whole dynamic. And then let's go see who's hanging out over here. This is pretty fun stuff. Let's have a look. We've got all the sulcatas eating their Fluker buffet blend. I moisten it, and they really love it, and it's making sure that they're getting hydrated as well. This is good stuff, guys. It's got, you know, squash, pepper, carrots in it, and of course the pellet, which has got plenty of nutrients in there for them. These guys have been doing great on it. Our sulcatas are very, very happy. They're also happy with this extremely dry weather. It is incredible. No rain, and I don't know if any is coming, so pretty gnarly. It's been exactly 5.5 weeks without any rain at our in our location. In fact, if you look at Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch, he posted a video when he went out with his friends into the glades. The glades are pretty much dried up, so we need rain. That's why gators are walking around all over the radiata, doing well. Of course, I've got well water here, so I'm able to keep all these ponds filled. But yeah, that's probably why the gators are moving around, as well as the fact that my male has been bellowing. He's been singing. So hopefully he's, I guess, trying to attract some females. We're having a look in here just to make sure no little babies have wandered in. You know what I do. This is how we do it over here at the camp. We're gonna get rid of this plant because it's dead, and it's horrible. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of evaporation happening here. We're gonna have to raise the level in this, no problem. When the pumps don't go on, man, it evaporates because it's so warm. But we've got this old pine tree that looked cool. I knocked it down, and now it's a little bit of a barrier, a visual barrier for these guys. So pretty cool. There's one of the radiata figuring out that it's breakfast. Hello, it's my girl. Let's go see the big tortoises. Big tortoise. Yep, look at that. They're all eating. The problem is they all love to step on their food. They make quite a mess, but they will nibble away at it all day long. Oh my God, Nostradamus, Socrates, they're wearing more of their food on their face, but they seem extremely happy. How funny. There's Hank doing his thing, and then there's Cersei and Boba, and Timmy is right over there. Look at little Tim. Hi, tiny Tim. There you go. But yeah, these guys doing their thing, just enjoying life at the camp. Lots of food for everybody. Very thankful to our friends at Fluker for supporting the channel. Hope you guys support them. Go check them out on their socials. Great people, and they make the best food for your reptiles, including live feeder insects, which come in handy, as you know, if you got bearded dragons or uromastyx or any insectivorous reptile. They will ship them right to your house. Every other week, I get a nice shipment of mealworms, rather superworms, and crickets. And boy, the Flavos are happy, the Dumerels monitors, Dune, and of course the curly tails on the back. Anyhow, friends, that's what's going on. I wanted to just wrap up this video. We've got so much more work to do. You'll be getting all of that info. All the videos will be coming out. I'll give you updates on what we're doing in the pond. It's such a big job. Can't get it done in 1 or 2 videos. We just got to keep cranking along. It is a saga, but when it is done, it's going to be magnificent all summer long. Plants, turtles. Oh, can't wait. See you guys.